Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Thursday, January 5th, 2023. Yep, New Year's just begun. And here are some of today's trends in the news. The only trends channel that gives you the real trends in the world, because remember, the trend is your friend. And they don't do the trends on any of the moronic media over there. Nope. Yeah, this is CNN's top stories. You ready? Damar Hamlin's first question after waking up was, quote, "Did we win?" Doctor says. Look, I'm sorry the guy got hurt. Whatever, you're playing football. That's a risky deal. And, I don't know what else is going on. But, nobody cares if my aunts, my uncles, my brother's sister died. And what's it such a big deal? Well, it's worse than that because that other guy, what's his name over there? The other guy hit by a snowplow, the comedian, actor, he's in recovery now. I mean, this isn't news. If you want to watch entertainment news, do that. But this is just brainwashing crap that keeps the people totally uninformed about the real trends shaping the future. And 2023 is not going to be a happy new year the way the trends are going. So, hey, let's look at the markets. Stocks fell Thursday after jobs data showed the labor market is still strong despite the Federal Reserve interest rate hikes to tame inflation. You know what that is?
Bullshit level, DEFCON 5.
It's the fucking cheap money the scumbags pumped into the economy when they fought the COVID war with countless trillions by the government and zero and negative interest rate policies in the US, EU, and other countries, the FUCKs and everywhere else. But what they're doing is, we'll get into that in a second, the S&P lost 1.16%, the NASDAQ composite 1.47%, and the Dow, 300 points. Stocks opened lower after the ADP. Blah, blah, blah. Wages also increased more than anticipated. Another sign that the labor market remains hot. Hey, fuckface. The jobs suck. People have 2 and 3 jobs. They can't make ends meet. But this is the shit they throw out. And it keeps going. Later in the morning, weekly jobs claims came in below expectation and showed a drop in continuing claims. So basically, they're saying it. We wrote about it in the Trends Journal. They're raising interest rates to stop wages from rising, destroy more of the middle class and lower class so the rich could get richer. End of story. The fuckfaces never say that they caused inflation. They blame it on supply chain disruptions and wages going up. Wages are a lot lower than inflation. The wages have gone up about 4.5%. And when you look at the real inflation numbers by John Williams Shadow Stats, it's more like not 7.1%, but 15%. But they don't want we, the little people of Slavelandia, to make anything because all we are plantation workers. End of story. These come on the heels of big name companies announcing sizable job cuts. Hey, wait a minute. Sizable job cuts? I thought the market's so strong. Swallow the shit. Be a good American. Don't forget to eat shit, swallow shit, and listen to shit. Tune into the Cartoon News Network. How about some lemon shit? No. I like little Anderson Cooper, a daddy's girl, a daddy's boy. No, mommy's girl. No, mommy's boy. My mommy was Gloria Vanderbilt. That's how I got the job. I don't know dick about shit, but maybe I do. But I don't know if he likes dick of shit, but I don't know what he does. But how can you listen to this scumbag, arrogant guy, the little boy that ran away when they had the Arab Spring in Egypt because somebody hit me? That's the shit they're throwing down our throat. On Friday, investors will review the December job report, blah, 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 blah. So the thing is, the markets went down, gold went down because they're saying that the Fed is now going to raise interest rates 50 basis points. If they raise interest rates 50 basis points, this thing's going to collapse as we had forecast in the Trends Journal. We said that there was no Santa Claus rally. There was a tiny one. That if there wasn't a Santa Claus rally, it was going to be a bad vibe going in. So basically, they had none. And there's going to be people asking, well, what's going to happen later? I don't know. Donald Trump forced Powell to lower interest rates when the markets were crashing in December 2018. And the big equity companies, the private hedge funds and everything that own everything, they're going to say, listen, we're losing too much money. Lower those interest rates again. I don't know when that's going to happen. And gold went down. Oil's going down because of the warm climate, and end of story. So the oil is what's driving inflation lower. Prices are going up across the board. What else do we have over here? Gas and oil prices in U.S. and Europe drop amid warm weather and economic fears. So there you go. Economic fears. Again, we've been telling you, your new Trends Journal, by the way, came out. Top trends for 2023. Nowhere else in the world do you get this market meltdown, aging power, digital trash, digital cash from dirty cash to digital trash, going green, like it or not, World War III, homeless solution, office building bust, Middle East meltdown, and much, much more. AI, we own you. So that's your Trends Journal. You're not getting this anyplace else. So a lot of what I'm talking about is in detail in the magazine. And again, no one's giving you the forecast that we are. Nowhere, any place. What happened in 2022? Who got it up the ass? Who sucked? You fuck off. Why do I care what happened? What's going to happen? What's happening now? What's going to happen tomorrow? And what's going to happen later? We don't know. What we're going to talk about is what happened. German inflation, you ready? Slows to 9.6% after relief on gas bills. Again, energy. Slows to 9.6%. That ain't very slow. Consumer price inflation drop, blah, 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 blah. Well down from the 11.3% registered the previous month. Yep. And it was largely driven by the government's gas price break, meant by the ECP, reminded likely to raise rates. So now they're going to raise rates by 50 basis points. You got inflation running at 9.6%. They're going to bring the rate up to 2.25%. You're still in deep negative territory. France inflation fall fuels European optimism. It only went up 6.7% from 7.1%. And you know what brought it down? Lower energy prices. A sharper than expected fall in inflation early this year will allow the European Central Bank, which raised borrowing costs aggressively. That's the fucking.
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horseshit.
It's horseshit. They didn't raise them aggressively. They fucking lied for 2 years saying there was no inflation. But this is the shit they shove down your throat. That's why you subscribe to the Trends Journal. If you like swallowing shit, don't subscribe to it. Stay in the mainstream. What bullshit. December price data for the block will publish tomorrow. Bloomberg poll economists predict a fall to 9.5%. A fall. And you got, what do you got? 2.5%. You're going to have interest rates? So you got negative interest rates very deeply. Egyptian pound sinks to record low and biggest fall. All right. I'm mentioning this because you're going to see another Arab Spring. What's going on in Tunisia, what's going on all around the world. And with the COVID lockdown, a lot of Egypt depends on people going there to see the pyramids, the Sphinx, and all that other stuff. Didn't happen, ain't happening like it used to. You're going to see more political uprisings. And the United States, of course, will, as they do, support the murderers. Yeah, this is a good one. Sunak vows to cut inflation and boost economy. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak pledged to halve inflation and boost economy this year. Yep. Their inflation is at 10.7%. And what is he going to vow? What's he going to vow? To fuck Minnie Mouse? Or maybe fuck Mickey Mouse? What's this vow bullshit? But that's the crap they shove down your throat. Ready? This will come as a surprise to everybody because we only forecast this back in January, February, March, April. About April or May of 2020. Office building bust. This is from the Wall Street Journal yesterday. Office landlords hit by remote work now face recession risk. No fucking shit. We warned about this. Oh, and by the way, go back to your Trends Journal cover. What do we have in there? Office building bust. Old news. Companies are cutting back office space because they are in, quote, a reduced expense mode, said Ryan Masiello, VDS Chief Strategy Officer and co-founder, blah, 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 blah. Everyone's starting to prepare for a rough 2023. You should have been preparing for this 2 years ago, but guess you don't subscribe to the Trends Journal. You swallow CNBC shit. U.S. cars hit worst sales year in over a decade, 2011. Whew, right in the depth of the Great Recession, that's where you got car sales going now. And you know what the average price of a car is? $46,382. Because of all the stupid fucking electronic shit. I can't open the trunk. I can't open the doors. I can't drive. I need all of this stuff. I'm too fucking stupid. I bought a 1994 Audi last November for $5,000, a convertible with 52,000 miles on it. I hate these new cars. I don't carry a cell phone. I got an old flip phone that I barely use. Don't hardly know how to use it because I did work for the cellular telecommunications industry back in the early 90s when they had boxes in the trunks of cars with the aerials and been studying radio frequency radiation and the dangers from this shit since then. So I could keep going on with it. U.S. nuclear industry enjoys revival as public and private funding pours in. Go back to your Trends Journal. Top. Going green. And when you read the whole article, going green, like it or not. This is going to be the biggest entrepreneur investment opportunities in the 21st century. All these alternative energies. And what we have now is rookie shit. Could you imagine the hundreds of trillions of dollars that the world has put in, particularly the United States, since the end of World War II, in wars and weapons? If that money went into research for alternative energy, whew, we'd be neat and clean. But no. Well, just had an $860 billion defense budget. Yep. And then you read on to this article about nuclear. Hey, you like Fukushima? Oh, yeah, they're dumping all that shit back into the water now, but that only didn't make any of the American news, barely did anywhere. Just happened. And, you have 3 Mile Island? No, Chernobyl's. Oh, we have a new technology now. That's what they're selling, right? So you read the whole article. This is Financial Times yesterday. And down at the end of it, capping the year off, U.S. government scientists achieved a breakthrough in the development of nuclear fusion technology. Despite the breakthrough, adoption of fusion and the infrastructure to support it remains years off. But they're all going nuclear. We just did an article again on Sweden and going to France and asking for more nuclear power. So that's going to be part of the going green. And all of these wind turbines everywhere that kill all the wildlife around. And, oh, they're beautiful, huh? You like the noise? Again, this is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It is an advancement. Officials boost firms and own interests. This is a story by the Wall Street Journal. I'm mentioning this because we've been following this. I'm going to read you the opening. In 2021, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corp deliberated over whether to tap Microsoft Corp as its primary cloud provider. 3 key officials, official pieces of shit, involved in the discussions, in the deal, in the dirty fucking deal, or their family members owned shares of Microsoft, including the Deputy Chief Information Officer who pushed to pick the company. It's a fucking crime syndicate. Grow up, everybody. We've been writing about this over and over and over, one after another, barely makes the news. Members of the European Parliament pledged to overhaul EU ethical standards. This is in today's Financial Times. Bribery scandal prompts to call an end to, quote, culture impunity, but many doubt the desire for reform. Yep. They're criminals. And they're arrogant little fucks. They're so arrogant when they're in charge of your life. We'll tell you what to do. You do what we tell you. But you confront them man to man, they don't know whether to shit or piss. They're little ballless pricks. And I can't say the other word. Top EU policymakers, arrogant fucks that tell us what to do. Policymaker, I'll tell you what to do. I'm making a policy. You will follow my policy. Have pledged to overhaul ethics standards following the European Parliament's bribery scandal. And they go on to say, total fucking bullshit. Chinese battery manufacturers extend their dominance over global supply because the business of China is business. The business of America is war. And the United States, that prick that every time he got caught with his pants down, Bill Clinton, bombs away over Baghdad, killing over 500,000 Iraqi children with the sanctions. That son of a bitch, and I call that to his face, that gave us NAFTA, that took our jobs away. Where I am in upstate New York, there were factories and plants all over here making Gantz shirts, on and on. Gone. And then he brought China into the World Trade Organization. Yep. Oh, the Battle of Seattle. You probably forgot about that. Oh, you mean liberal Seattle? When the people took to the streets when they were going to bring China into the World Trade Organization? Don't know anything about it, do you? Yeah, but you know what the news was? Oh, some kids smashing a Starbucks store and burning a car. But over 40,000 people were taken to the streets because they didn't want to bring China into the World Trade Organization. Because they took all our jobs and we gave them all our technology. And that's why they're ahead. They couldn't make shit. We gave them our high-tech and heavy industry technology. Anyway, got a lot more in the journal. Amazon layoffs to extend initial reports. 17,000. Pace of layoff picks up in tech sector. Salesforce to cut jobs and offices. Oh, offices? Office bust? Oh, and wait a minute. I just read that the markets went up today because the Fed's going to raise rates because the employment is so strong. You see the bullshit they're feeding us? It's talking about bullshit, this little fucking prick. U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton penned a scathing op-ed slamming several NATO members for their supposed reluctance to support Ukraine, singling out Germany, France, and Turkey, while urging Western unity. Writing in the UK's Telegraph newspaper, Bolton warned, quote, that weakness within NATO could allow Russian forces to prevail in the conflict still raging in Ukraine, arguing 2023 would be a decisive year for the West to strengthen its resolve. Quote, the real issue is Western unity and resolve, and wants to send more weapons. Look at this fuck. Look at this guy. How could you swallow shit coming out of this cocksucker's mouth? This arrogant fucking warmongering prick. You like that flag behind him? Where's your American flag? A little fucking prick that couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag loves killing people. Like little Lindsay, did you come out of the closet yet, Graham? Putin announces Christmas truce. Ukraine rejects Christmas truce. All right. I could go on. Yep. Ceasefire lies in hypocrisy, said the defense minister from Ukraine. Yep. According to the Kremlin, quote, judging by the fact that a lot of citizens who practice the Orthodox religion live in embattled area, we call upon the Ukrainian side to proclaim a ceasefire, and so too to the Russian Orthodox Church guy from Friday to Saturday night or something. January 6th to midnight, Saturday, January 7th. No peace. This is from, let's see, Times of Israel. So you know it's not anti-Semitic. Wave of international criticism after Ben Giv, I don't know how to pronounce his name, visits Flashpoint Temple Mount. Israel's new government faced a wave of international condemnation after National Security Minister. Again, we've been writing about this, the new government under Netanyahu. They call it Financial Times. Israel's rightward shift rocks West Bank balance. U.S. slams unacceptable visit to Temple Mount. Israel official aims to bolster settlements. That's in today's Wall Street Journal. I'm just giving you the publications. We get a load of different ones to show you this is mainstream. And go back to our top trends of 2023. Middle East meltdown. You better get ready for it. Because this is only a tiny part of it. UN votes for global court to rule on Israel occupation. The United Nations General Assembly has approved a resolution seeking an official legal opinion from the International Court of Justice regarding the consequences of Israel's ongoing occupation of the West Bank and Gaza. They're stealing the land. It's not their land. If any other country did this, it would be terrible. But Israel could do it and they get away with it because you got people like nonprofits. This is CNBC, financed by billionaire George Soros, quietly donated $140 million to political causes. That was in 2021. Those donations are on top of the more than $700 million Soros personally contributed during the 2022 midterm elections. You call this a democracy? A country of freedom? Fuck off. If you don't have money to buy out the politicians and own the country, it's right there in front of you. You can't run for a major office unless you got all the big money behind you. America, it's Slavelandia. Children who frequently check social media face significant brain changes. Yeah, no shit. Anyway, that's from study today. The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. We're going in a very serious time, everyone. Again, do what you can to support Occupy Peace, because if we don't have peace, it's going to be war. Or the church. Freedom, Peace, Justice. freedompeacejustice.com, Freedom, Peace, Justice. And remember that to make sure you click on the subscribe button below to get all of our exclusive interviews and trends analysis. I said it before, but the Trends Journal is 100% independent, no ads. We answer to nobody, which is good, but it also means we're not a member of the club. So please consider sharing this video so we can get the word out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. If you aren't, please visit trendsjournal.com, and take a look around. We're giving you information that you can't get anywhere else, any place, in one magazine. And nobody, any place, gives you trend forecast. Sorry, don't do it. Not like we're doing it. In all the different geopolitical and socioeconomic fields. And we have a monthly offer. Ain't a lot of dough. The toilet paper a record costs $3 a day. The New York Times. all the shit that's fit to print. This costs you less than $3 a week. So thanks for tuning in. And remember, go back yesterday, see Salenti and the Judge Andrew Napolitano, man. He really lays it out, the dangers that we're in and what we have to do to change the course. Thanks for tuning in. From COVID war to Ukraine war to world war. Are you prepared for what's next? These are unprecedented times. What's next? What's going to happen? Read the Trends Journal. We have an unsurpassed track record of forecasting history before it happens. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.